Hi, good morning. Today is the 17th of July 2020. My name is Ms. Shamlina and I am the AMI Montessori Directress at Monteca International Playschool. First of all, thank you all for watching our 17th Parent Info Seminar. And today we'll be discussing the tendencies towards order and imitation.
Hi, I'm Ms. Charmaine. I'm the co-teacher of Monteca International Playschool. So to begin, let's start with discussing what's imitation.
Yeah.
So imitation, it's a behavior in which our children observe and copy others' behavior. It is important because most of the time our children are learning through imitation. So this is the way they make sense of the world and they make meaning through experiences. And also through interacting with people around them, like parents, teachers, and their friends.
Yes. It's also an important social learning aspect and it acquires knowledge as well.
Yeah, exactly. It is vital as imitation provides children with the opportunity to practice and master new skills. It can definitely strengthen their social and language skills.
Yeah. So if I would give some examples, early imitation doesn't necessarily need words. It can be a child just copying a behavior, like waving their hands to say goodbye, or it could be giving a kiss to your mom.
Yeah. And for toddlers, like our young children who start to speak, the examples could be them imitating their parents or teachers for saying please and thank you. So the children really learns our behavior. So it's very important we as a caregiver always have to show a positive role modeling for our children because your baby is your mirror image.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so here are some tips to stimulate your baby to imitate to allow them to learn more effectively. So for example, if you are showing presentations, it has to be face-to-face. Make sure you give enough eye contact so they can observe better.
Yeah. So anyway, while showing this task, I mean, it's necessary like something like pushing a chair in or holding a spoon. You need to do it very slowly because everything in the child's life happens very fast. So when you're presenting a task, try to analyze each step, show each finger movement. It's very necessary so the confusion is less.
Yeah, and another useful activities would be music and movement. So it can draw their attention and allow them to relate better.
Yeah. So another important tendency is order. And order in infants is very important because in the environment, it's very essential for a child of a few months to have order. Yeah. Because he depends on order as the child is in his sensitive periods.
Yeah, so a baby won't be able to show disposition in an environment that is not his own.
Yeah.
Because the adult is the master of the environment and does not understand him. So sometimes he might cry to show his discomfort.
Yeah. And also the child will show symptoms of joy and enthusiasm when his needs are satisfied. So as adults, it's important that we actually understand the psychological aspects of infants so we can better understand them.
Yeah, Ms. Ramlina, is there any examples or stories you can give regarding to this?
Yes, actually there's a lovely story I would like to share from The Secret of Childhood. Dr. Montessori was in a nursery one day and it's a beautiful nursery and the child we're talking about was a few months old and one day a visitor came in and kept his umbrella on top of one of the tables. And as he kept it, the baby got very excited. So they thought, oh, the baby is very happy. And then the next second, the baby would start crying. So they thought, oh, maybe she wants to hold the umbrella. So they brought this umbrella closer. The baby started crying louder. So then they placed it back on the table and she started crying even louder and louder. So Dr. Montessori observed that the environment was misplaced. The umbrella did not belong there. So the environment was disturbed, the order in the environment. So she took the umbrella and placed it outside that room and immediately the baby grew calmer and her cries also stopped.
Wow, yeah, so this really shows how an infant or young babies depend a lot on the order of the environment. So anytime if a baby is crying, it might be because the order of the environment has changed.
Yes, definitely that's the reason for it. Yeah, so in schools you would see a 2-year-old recognizing something in disorder, but at the same time you might have like an older child who will not recognize the disorder in the environment. The reason for this is because the child is slowly getting out of that sensitive period. So it's disappearing. So that's the reason for it.
Right, that's why a 2-year-old boy might be able to put things back in its place. So to allow children to reveal such tendencies, children must have freedom.
Definitely freedom and not restricted.
Yeah.
So putting things tidy, it brings enjoyment for the children. Yeah. So in conclusion, order means things in its place. So we must possess an environment where we can have our eyes shut and we can navigate the environment with the eyes shut and reach everything within our hands reach. So it's such an environment is essential for tranquility and happiness of life. So the Montessori classroom is a place for everything and everything in its place.
Definitely. So both imitation and order are very essential for our children's early childhood development. So it really helps them learn and make sense of the world.
Definitely,
We just have to give them some more time.
Definitely need time.
All right. So that's all for our seminar for today. We hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, and next week we'll be discussing about the 3 periods, the 3-period name lesson. It's very exciting to discuss about the 3-period name lesson. So stay tuned for that. I hope you have a good weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.